What's up guys, it's your girl KJ and I'm here with a new tutorial called Death of a Rockstar. I wanted to do something that was a little bit more gory and creepy this time around, so let's go ahead and get started. So first thing I did was I started off with a clean face. Then I took a really light lip colored pencil that I had and marked across my face where I wanted my scar to lie. After that, I took my Nye Nose Scar Wax and my handy little spatula, and I scraped some out and started to roll it between my hands to mold it into a worm shape. After that, I took an ample amount of spirit gum and I started to apply it where I made the line of where I wanted my scar to lie. After that, I started tapping the spirit gum to make it tacky. If you don't do this part, your scar is definitely going to be falling off. After that, I took my little worm scar things and placed it over where I had applied the spirit gum. The next thing you're going to want to do is blend the scar into your skin. You're going to need a little bit of makeup remover to do this because the wax is really sticky and it sticks to your hands easily. So by applying a little bit of makeup remover to your fingertips, it's going to allow the scar to spread evenly and look more natural. After blending the scar, you want to take that same spatula, dip it in a little bit of makeup remover, and start creating the gash in the middle of the scar. I wouldn't suggest dragging the spatula in a downward cutting motion as you're going to be needed to repetitively put it in the makeup remover so the wax doesn't stick. So it should look something like this. So with the same spatula, I'm just opening up the gash a little bit more and also smoothing out the rough edges. Next, I just put some Nye Clear Liquid Latex all on top of the scar. This is going to allow me to go ahead and put color, foundation, creams, etc. over the scar to create a more realistic look. After that, I just took my Nye neutral set and placed it all on top of the scar to get rid of the shiny look from the liquid latex. Then with a small stippling brush, I took my foundation and started applying it on top of the scar to blend it into my regular skin. After that, I just went ahead and started applying foundation to the rest of my face. Then with my Cover FX pressed powder and a fluffy brush, I went ahead and just set my foundation. So since this look is a little bit of like a gory glamour, I'm going to go ahead and start doing my brows, but except I'm going to do them a little bit darker so you can see through the blood and all of that good stuff. And next I went ahead and started applying my eyeshadow primer, which is by Too Faced. It's called Shadow Insurance. Then with my Morphe 35B palette, I went ahead and picked up this neutral ivory tone and placed it all over my lid. Then from the same palette, I picked up the really deep navy tone and my favorite fluffy brush from Sephora and started blending that into my crease. just added a little bit more and started dragging it down to the outer corner of my lid. From the same palette, I took the matte black and started applying that to the outer corner of my lid and dragging it inward. Then with the flat brush and the lightest color within that palette, I went ahead and used that as my highlight. Then I took my Urban Decay electric palette and picked up the color Revolt and started placing that on my inner corner of my lid and dragging it outward. So the other side of my face is going to be the death side, so all I did was just created a smoky look using only that matte black from the same 35B palette. Using the same navy and matte black shadows, I went ahead and lowered my bottom lash line. Then on my bottom inner lash line, I lined it with Revolt and started blending it into the navy and black. On the opposite side, I did the same thing, but only using the matte black. Next, you're going to want to create some depth in your scar. So I just took some black paint and a really thin brush and started painting all inside of my scar to make it look really, really deep. Then I took this dark red tone from my Bruise palette and did the same thing, except I kind of lined a little bit more of the sides of the scar as well. Then I just started to apply my bronzer and whatnot to the Glamour side of my face. I love this bronzer by Too Faced. It's one of my favorite and it smells like chocolate. It's so freaking yummy. I also used a little bit of my highlight, which is Soft and Gentle by MAC. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and line both eyes with black eyeliner. Don't forget about your bottom lash line and line those with black pencil liner or gel, whatever you prefer. Next, you're going to be creating an irritated bruise look around your scar. So I just took that same palette and picked up the purple and red tones and started placing that around my scar very, very lightly. Then using a makeup sponge and that same Bruise palette, I picked up that really deep red color and started placing that around my scar as well. You obviously want your scar to look bloody, so I just used my Nye Thick Blood and placed that in, on top, and around my scar. I wanted it to look a little bit more gross, so I just took the regular Stage Blood and just started slapping that everywhere and making it look really disgusting. So once I got my scar nice and bloody, I just took my spirit gum, placed it in the areas that I wanted the studs to be, tapped it to make it tacky, and then started placing the studs all over the one side of my face. And now I look like a metalhead. So to make my scar look a little bit more realistic, I just took that same Bruise palette and just incorporated the blue, purple, and deep red tone to make it look a little bit more irritated. Blood. I didn't show you the blood process because it was really messy, but all I did was just basically pour all the blood on the one side of my face. Then with my NYX Jumbo Pencil and Black Bean, I just started to outline my lips, and then I also filled them in with one of my favorite Lime Crime lipsticks, which is called Poison Berry. Voila! Here's the finished look. All I did was just put on some eyelashes and some contacts just to finish it off. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Sharing is caring. Share with your friends. And yeah, hope you guys liked it. Love you guys. Bye.